I am the most grateful guy in Hollywood.
The first question I wanted to ask you, I end the introduction by saying, it's a quote of yours. I live by two words, tenacity and gratitude. And I wanted to ask you how important gratitude is to you in your life.
That's a good question. Gratitude. Gratitude lets you journey through life, emptying your vessel of anger. I am so grateful to be on the earth. And I am a people person. I meet all of these people everywhere I go in the world. And it makes me happy. So people say, oh, you're the nicest guy in Hollywood. And that is, I don't know if that is true. You know, I have my dark thoughts like everybody else, but I am the most grateful guy in Hollywood.
And is part of that gratitude, do you think, because you're only too aware of how differently it could have turned out? You had a very challenging childhood, didn't you?
I did. People told me that I would not be here in front of this screen talking to you. That is the metaphor for the way I grew up. But what I realized was the individual is very powerful. Now, it takes time. Everybody learns their own power in their own time. But you cannot be knocked off your journey by another person's opinion. You know what you want without ambivalence, and you keep marching toward that dream. You cannot have doubt about what it is you really want, as long as it's not hurtful to anybody else. I am living proof. You wind up on kind of at your destination.
Could you tell me a little bit about your childhood? I mentioned in the introduction what your parents went through in order to get to America and escape from Nazi Germany. And they were very strict with you. How long do you think it took you to understand?
You know what? Can I interrupt for a minute? It's not a matter of strict, because I think I was a strict parent. I had boundaries. I had a sense of how to be in the house, how to be out of the house, just in order to flourish as a human being. They did not see me. My parents did not acknowledge who I was as a human being. And that is so detrimental to a human being living a full life.
Why do you think they were like that?
One, they went through a trauma. I understand that. They came to another land, learned a new language, started another business. I respect that. As human beings, I don't know if it was their Germanness. I don't know if it was their generation. But they literally saw me as an extension to making them grander. I had to do well. If I didn't do well, I embarrassed them. That is a tragedy. It is one of the no-nos of being a parent. You have to see the child in front of you. You have to hear the child in front of you. And whether or not you understand if you see that your child is having a problem, it is your job to make sure that you don't let that child's self-image plummet to the bottom of the ocean.
Thanks for tuning in. And if you found this video enjoyable, be sure to check out the full episode on your preferred podcast platform. And make sure you're following How to Fail on social media for additional content and updates.